Welcome to the weekly Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. This week I want to focus on one of our Mesonet products called the Alfalfa Weevil Degree Day Calculator. Alfalfa weevils are the most damaging pest to alfalfa in the state. It is rare that a field can make it through the spring without having to be sprayed for this insect. It has an unusual life cycle in that it estivates or rests during the summer and is active over the winter months laying eggs. This egg-laying activity tends to peak by late February, and then the eggs begin hatching by early spring depending upon how warm the weather is. Fortunately, the Mesonet can help determine more precisely when this hatch will begin. We know they begin hatching when 150 degree days have accumulated since the first of the year. This map from Wednesday morning shows that most of the southern third of the state has reached the 150 degree day stage. Producers in the red areas should already be out scouting for insect damage in the alfalfa fields. With a few warm days, the green areas should begin seeing egg hatch as well. Alfalfa weevil degree days are also used to determine when spraying is recommended. Refer to OSU Current Report 7177 for more detailed information on insect thresholds. Gary is up next discussing our wet year so far.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we've gone another week, and we've taken another little bit of bite out of that drought across parts of western Oklahoma. Let's go right to the map and see what we have. Well, our old friend down in southwest Oklahoma, that little blob of moderate drought is getting smaller and smaller with the surrounding area of abnormally dry conditions. Generally, we're talking about the long-term drought that goes back to the beginning of the water year, back to October, a little bit before that. Now it also has roots back in the summer, but for the last 120 to 150 days, that's really what we're talking about here. We hope to get a little bit more rain down in that area and finally get rid of the drought completely. Now the far western panhandle, that's another story. That's a little bit more of a longer term combined with shorter term dryness. The deficits up there continue to give us moderate to severe drought. What has helped us, however, is the wet year that we've seen so far in 2020. If we go back to January 1st and look at the Mesonet rainfall maps, we see, 7 to 12 inches of rain across the southeastern quarter to half of the state. Now it gets pretty small, the amounts get pretty small as we go to the north and west. We get over to the I-44 corridor and all of a sudden we're down to 4 to 5 inches, and then of course it goes from 2 inches to less than an inch out in the western panhandle as we continue to go to the north and west. If we look at the departure from normal for the year thus far, everybody has at least close to normal. There are a few patches of deficits. Now the far western panhandle remains about a quarter to a half inch below normal, which is why that area still has that lingering moderate to severe drought. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.